Life is a time pass. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं. जो थारी राय सो भारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः. गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. First three verses we have tried to understand the import what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi wanted to convey to the best of our abilities. So, one part of our life is karma is taken care of. Now we come to the second part of our life, and that is the mind. We have to work on the mind. So in the fourth verse the teacher says, Kaya, body, Vang, speech, Manaha, mind. Kaya, Vang, Manaha, Karyam Uttamam. By these three instruments, we have to do something great. Uttama is a superlative degree. Like good, better, best. Uttara and Uttama. Ut is the Dharma Shastra. How to live in this world, Dharma Shastra. Ut. Uttara is the Upasana Shastra. How to lead our life in Upasana. And Uttama is how to lead the spiritual life. Best. 3 stages. Because we live at 3 stages. Adi Bhautik is gross, Adi Daivik is experiential, and Adhyatmik is subjective. See, in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, these points are brought out very deep way. What they call the Vitarkanugat Samprajnat Samadhi. Then Vicharanugata Samprajnat Samadhi. Then Anandanugata Samprajnat Samadhi. And then the Asmitagata Samprajnat Samadhi. When we hear these words, we feel, bahut acha hai. So I am simplifying and telling you. See. So, Karyam Uttamam. Whether whatever we are we doing at the body level, or we are doing at the mind level, or you are working on yourself. So in the karma we have seen, we were working on ourselves. Not on the world, not on the body, working on ourselves. So that we come back to ourselves. And what is ourself? Do everything to express happiness, not to gain happiness. Because we are happiness. Second stage, we come to this. So, Kaya Vang Manaha Karyam Uttamam. What is the best thing that can be done by the body, speech and mind? This is the question. So, by the body, Pujanam. Then by Vang, the speech, Japaha. And by the mind, Chintanam. Kramat respectively. So body is engaged in doing the puja, Then the mind, the speech is engaged in chanting the Lord's name, and mind is engaged in reflecting on the self. See, these are the things we have to clearly understand. So, pujanam japas chintanam kramat. When we do the puja, this puja is upasana. See, upasana is action predominant. Upasana. We should have so many things, and then we give bath to Bhagwan, and then we wash them and then clean, and then put the flowers and chandanam, and then do Naivedya, Arti, Pujanam. When we are doing this, we have to be focused on what we are doing. See. So the puja is done on the Lord, and what is the puja? Upasana in the Nikrushta Vastu, Utkrushta Bhavana. We go to the market to buy Ganesh ji, Ganpati Utsav. कितने का है? It is 2500. लूटते हो क्या? मिट्टी का तो बना है. Mahaji, how much you want to give? 25 rupees. See? And then we bring that Ganesh at home, bargaining. And after that, then Sukha Karta, Dukha Karta, Varta Vignaji, and oh Lord, kindly fulfill all my desires, and I should get a lottery of 25 crore rupees. Bhagwan says, Meri कीमत 25 rupees. So, that idol is Nikrushta Vastu. But there we are doing the Utkrishta Bhavana. See, by this practice, what is expected out of puja is learn the art of respecting others. See, this is the most important principle of life. We have to learn to respect others. And when we extend respect, the one who is respected is not benefited. The one who is extending respect, he is benefited. Like we go to Shiva temple and then we add milk on that. Do you think Shiva is benefited? Then we add milk. It doesn't matter. You don't add anything. Doesn't matter. See, friend, this has to be clear in our understanding. Then we are walking the spiritual path. About this one event I had mentioned in some of my talks. This happened in our Rudraprayag many years before, maybe about 30 or 35 years before, maybe 40 years even. We were going by a bus and Rudraprayag we stopped. So we had a cup of tea. So I got down, somebody gave me a cup of tea. I was standing near a wall, very nice sun, very cold. So enjoying the sun and the tea and the coffee, the everything there, relax. India, so many pilgrims. One lady came, did namaskar. Second came, did namaskar. So one by one. And there was one doctor. She said, Swamiji, so many unknown people are coming and doing namaskar to you. How do you feel? I said, please hold my tea. Then I told, hey, stop. She is my mother. I touch her feet. When you do namaskar to me, you get 1 unit of punyam. If you touch her feet, you get 1 ton of punyam. The same namaskar. Immediately, queue diverted. I took my cup of tea and went down. Now she is nailed, she can't go anywhere. One after another. Guru Maharaj ki maa hai, aur kaise? And after that, when we were leaving, then I was avoiding her. I knew what is coming. So I was trying to word, she caught, Swamiji, you can't leave me. You are so nasty. Why did you do like that? I said, Mama, don't get angry. You asked me a question. I replied you. When unknown people come, how do you feel? Felt? See, friends, the one who gives respect and reverence, he is benefited, not the one who receives. See? This is the purpose of doing puja. Kabir Maharaj says, when we can suspect God in the man-made statues, can't we suspect God in God's creation? How important it is. Everything is only bhavana. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayate shantihi, ashantasya kuta sukham. See? Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. He who is not thus well organized within himself. Yukta yogi. Who is a yogi who is well organized himself. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. So what is the meaning of buddhi here? Buddhi means understanding. A person who is not well organized in his thinking process, he can never understand the import of the scriptures. They read only words, but not in between the words. See? Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Then nacha yuktasya bhavana. If you don't understand, never mind. Then bhavana. Two things. Either mano ya jano. We are doing only this bhavana. This lady is my mother. I don't know whether I have come from her. Then that lady tells, he is your father. Is it not only bhavana? We don't say, show your DNA report. See, friends, in the same manner, this bhavana we have to learn by the puja. So when we start practicing driving a car on an open football ground, and there also after getting the license we discover a tree and go and toko. Now such a person, will he be able to drive on the highways? In the same manner, when we are unable to respect even the gods which we have created, to them we don't respect. See, how they can go further on a spiritual path. See, friends, it is necessary. As long as we consider ourselves to be body, God with the body is necessary. So important it is. See? Therefore, kaya vang manaha karyamuttanam pujanam. And those who are doing puja, you will see, normally those who do puja, how they do puja? In most of the houses, the elderly people do puja. Because they are useless, good for nothing. Puja. And then their old habits, they will be getting up, then have a cup of tea. Without that, they cannot go to toilet. Vratam is there. Utarta hi nahi. And thereafter, they will be reading the newspaper and then go here and there for a walk. And then they will come back at home at about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Bahu, kuch khane ko hai? Eat something or this or that. And then by 11, 12 o'clock, till then Bhagwan is waiting, I have to go to bathroom. See, that is not puja. Puja is done early in the morning, by latest by 5 o'clock. If you take this vratam, you are continuing to sleep up to 10 o'clock and watching useless thing on the TV up to 2 o'clock. will come to a halt. See? In the morning, when your mind is fresh, be attentive. When your mind is fresh and you have not become anybody. In deep sleep, we are nobody. Before becoming anybody, finish your puja. Isn't it simple? If I do puja after becoming an officer, what will the puja? वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मुझे मिलना चाहिए, भगवान ये कर दो, वो कर दो. भगवान is अच्छा और कैसी? Don't become anybody. That is the real meaning of pujanam. When you engage yourself in puja in a right manner, your life becomes disciplined. See? Pujanam. So, our physical life is disciplined as regards the time, space, object, daily routine. Otherwise, last night only I took bath and went to sleep. In the morning, why should I take bath? Last night you also taken dinner. Why do you take now? वो निकल गया. Many people ask us, I don't remember anything now. He said he came last time, I don't remember. So, Swamiji, do you remember? I said, no. No, remember 3 years before when you came to, Houston, that time you came to our house for food. वो निकल गया. 3 years before. Therefore, pujanam is physical life should be disciplined with reference to time and our daily habits. Is for that purpose. If you go in those temples where the Pandits are doing this thing regularly, sincerely, in that deity, it becomes Chaitanyamaya. I'll tell you one example. This happened in Malaysia, many years before. I was invited by somebody and one Jain person, I went there. Then he put me in a temple, North Indian temple. North Indian temples are too much of glitter, light, marble, mirrors, all kind of thing, And that Panditji was worried, Swamiji, kindly arrange visa for me, I am fed up over here, यहाँ कोई devotee आते ही नहीं. I said, God is there, why you require devotee? They don't give anything. So, I stayed in that temple for one night. Next day, I thought, what to do now here? So, I was standing around, I saw distant one temple. So, I walked all the way to the temple. It was a Murugan temple, South Indian. And when I entered that temple, even did not go inside the sanctum. In the external mandapam, there I just sat, and I sat for almost 2 hours. Without any effort, just like as if dead. The friend who came with me, he saw I am gone, so he went away. And then he came after 1 or 2 hours. Then he woke me up, Swamiji, bas ho gaya, utho abhi. So, I went to the management of the temple. I said, who is the manager? Yes, I am. What do you want? I said, I don't want. Who is the pujari who is doing this puja? He said, that man who is doing puja. I went to him. Did namaskar to him. He said, no, you are Swami, how can you do namaskar? No, I said, you are more than me. Then I told him, tell me your daily routine, what you do. He said, I am here for last 40, 50 years. I have not stepped out of the temple premises. Every morning I get up, do this thing, do my japa, do my puja, etc. I don't eat anything which is not cooked by me. Because I prepare Naivedya for Bhagavan. Only after giving Naivedya, that only as a prasadam I eat. I don't eat anything. Then he asked me, why you are asking this question? I said, because I don't know which deity is there. But there is Chaitanya Jagruti in that deity. You can immediately experience that. Therefore, when the pujari, like case of our Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, see, he was not just mechanically doing it. The mother goddess was talking to him as we talk. Vivekananda asked him, Thakur, she talks to you, why she doesn't talk to me? See? And then he said, okay, we'll see that later. Come, let's go for bath. They went to the Ganges to take bath, and then Vivekananda was put below water level. How long can you remain there? After some time, he came, rejecting the hand of the Guru, and came out. He said, when you are inside the water, how much you are longing to breathe? With that longing, if you talk to Mother, she will talk to you. That is bhavana. And this happens by puja. But we read here and there Vedanta and do a little bit of yoga, do some kind of jhadu lagao, social service, and we feel we are spiritual. See, friends, those who do, they know this thing. Devo bhutva devam yajet. First of all, we have to invoke all the gods in ourselves. And thereafter we are qualified to do the puja. See how important it is. This is the meaning of kaya pujanam. By the body do the puja so that we develop the technique of doing bhavana, respect and revere everyone as an expression of divine. Nobody to be taught. See, like what? Like our vision. Doesn't have like or dislike for any color or any form. It is in our mind only we imagine. In Bombay, one girl asked me one day after the lecture, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, start right away. No, I want to talk to you separately. Separately, nobody separate. Talk here. Swamiji, I think you don't like me. I said, yes, I don't like you. What next? I said, look here, it is in your mind. We don't see what the world is. We have decided what to see in the world. A boy doesn't see a girl. He sees a prospective wife and suffers. See, friends, this vision has to be corrected. So, Jagataha, now Kaya Vangmana, Pujanam, then Japaha. Now by the speech, Japa is done. Now here also one very subtle point I am telling you, be very attentive. Thoughts do not bother us. It is the flow of thoughts which makes us miserable. And the thought flow happens when the thoughts are pertaining to something finite. If the thought is pertaining to infinite, the mind dissolves. Mind cannot comprehend formless. See? So when we are chanting the Lord's name, the purpose is we have to arrest the flow of thoughts. Arrest the flow of thoughts. That is what we have to do. Like when we are driving, the road is open, nobody there, no police, no nothing, all alone. Then, we go speed, isn't it? Then to check people like us, in this country, beyond your two lines in between you have to drive. If you go up the line, there is some kind of thing. So, chanting the Lord's name, Japa, is arresting the flow of thoughts. Hari Ananta. Bhagwan is infinite. And therefore, when you chant Lord's name, you stop there. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This is not a sentence. I want a cup of tea is a sentence. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Namah Shivaya. Salutation to Lord Shiva. Over. But if it is not done with understanding, then we are busy in completing the japa. Unasha, 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 unasha. There we create speed. Khatam karo. More than how many times you chant the Lord's name, how much time you are thinking of Lord is important. Very clear point. We have to understand speech is gross mind. Mind is subtle speech. Try to understand. Do experiment. You think. Thinking is done by mind. You think. But you think on any topic. But don't use words. Without using words, can you think? You cannot. Because unmanifest speech is mind, manifest mind is speech. With shape, it is ice. Without shape, it is water. See? So when we are doing japa, we don't have to hurry up. Recognize this. So first of all, we do the japa with the Vaikhari Vani. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Add one more thing. You chant and you listen. Do it in your mind. You chant and you listen. Got it? Without any efforts, your mind stops roaming. Because chanting, be very attentive. Chanting is Kriya Shakti. Listening is Jnana Shakti. Ida Pingala. When they are together, Ida Pingala, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, when they merge, it is called Sushumna. That is Chetana. Sushumna is Chetana. So like words are grossified mind, in the same manner, mind is grossified Chetana. See? So, from the words we come to the mind. From the mind, we come to Chetana. From Chetana, we merge in consciousness, Chaitanya. If this is happening, then the japa sadhana is being done. Our chanting the Lord's name and japa is like taking Ayurvedic medicine. When you take Ayurvedic medicine, then you see the face of that person. And the names are also horrible. Kutejarishta, Shatadhruta Ghruta. See? And when you take that medicine, it is so bitter. To avoid the next dose, I am okay. Who wants to take that terrible medicine again? See? In the same manner, our chanting the Lord's name is like taking Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Pata nahi kyun diya. No. How the Lord's name should be taken? It should be taken like you are eating a chocolate. When we put the chocolate in the mouth, we don't take a glass of water. It is parked in the parking lot. And then continue. In the same manner, Ramana Marasa Pibare Mana. See? This can happen only if we are able to taste the words. See? And therefore, when we chant the Lord's name, work on the mind. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Slowly, steadily increase the gap between two mantras. Don't do it mechanically. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. It will create a flow. We have to arrest the flow. See, by this technique, when our Vaikhari Vani becomes pure and mature, like when the fruit becomes mature on the tree, it separates effortlessly. In the same manner, when our Vaikhari Vani becomes pure and mature, it goes within. It comes to the Madhyama Vani. Vaikhari Vani is Parashruti Gochara, others can hear. Madhyama Vani, others cannot hear. We all are doing Manorajya, habitual thinking. Habitual thinking is done by the Madhyama Vani. And therefore we told you the technique. Spend some time on this. Stop talking to yourself. Then you are working on Madhyama Vani. Constantly, and a person who is not at peace with himself or herself cannot be at peace with the world. See? We are reading Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. He did not want to talk to anybody. Don't forget the source. In Dakshinamurti Stotra Dhyana Shlokas, this is the meaning. Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtante Vasadrushiganahi Avrutam Brahmanishtahi Acharendram Karakalita Chinmudramanandarupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. See how Dakshinamurti Bhagavan is addressing his disciple. Mauna Vyakhya. Be very attentive. Mauna is the discipline of mind. It is not the discipline of speech. Bhagavan, Bhagavad Gita, go there. Manaprasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. So when we are asked to observe maun, we simply keep quiet. Don't talk to others. That is not mauna. Mauna is stop talking to yourself. What about others? See, anudvegakaram vakyam satyam prehitam chayat. Talk soft, talk sweet, talk if necessary. See? So the japa sadhana is having this load. Only mechanically nahi. So when we have purified our Vaikhari Vani, then come to the Madhyama Vani, and if our Madhyama Vani we keep on chanting the Lord's name, initially will require efforts, afterwards efforts disappear. And the mind is constantly chanting the Lord's name. See? I tried to tell you, if God wills, it will happen. With your breathing, synchronize the Lord's name. Breathe in, Hari. Breathe out, Om. Be attentive. In this, breathing should not be altered according to the chanting. What you will do, you will breathe according to chanting. No. Breathing is not done. Breathing is happening. With that natural breathing that is happening, synchronize Lord's name. What you are doing is you are synchronizing breathing with the Lord's name. No. When breathing is never done, it is happening. In the same manner, when Lord's name will start happening to the mind, then that mind will not run here and there. And when you are quiet, immediately the mind will start with the breathing. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Here we have to remain extremely aware that we are not breathing. with efforts. Breathing is happening. In that happening of breathing, just attach Lord's name. Take a short name like as suggested, Hariom, quick short name. Pujanam Japa. Up to here is our spiritual practice. Hereafter, Lord takes over. Then, from Madhyama Vani, the migration happens in Pashyanti Vani. All saints and sages, they live in Pashyanti Vani. We are living in Vaikhari Vani. Vaikhari Vani is valid during the waking experience. Madhyama Vani is valid during the dream experiences. Pashyanti Vani is valid beyond the waking and dream and beyond the sleep. So one is neither in the waking, nor in the dream, nor in the sleep. That is the Pashyanti Vani. All the saints and sages live in Pashyanti Vani. And what is Pashyanti Vani? In Vaikhari Vani, the object and the name of the object are separate. Book is the object. And the book name is in my mouth, in my mind. They are separate. In Madhyama Vani, the object and the name of the object, both are only words. See? Samosa immediately appears in the mind. And in the Pashyanti Vani, the object and the name of the object, they are not separated. They are one, not yet differentiated. And therefore, the saints and sages, when they say something, it happens. Because they are together, they are not separate. See? It is not jadoo. This is the meaning of Pujanam Japa. Kaya Vang Manaha Karyamuttamam Pujanam Japa Chintanam Kramat. Then we come to Kramat. The third stage is the Manaha, Kaya Vang Manaha. Then what is to be done with the mind? Chintanam, not Chinta. We are expert in doing Chinta. Constantly worried. Doubt, suspicion, something will happen. Yeah, relax, yaar. See? So much tension. One develops that habit of getting worried after some time. Constantly worried about everything. Where I saw few years before, I went to somebody's place and I took a glass of water. I said, hey, I will take water. And I was bringing, sorry, wait. I said, why? No, give it to me. I gave it. He went, washed it with the hot water and then steam and all that thing. Now you take it. I said, why? I am not a patient and your house is not a hospital. Suppose somebody has put something in that glass, then you will die. Are you doubting your wife? Once this virus of doubt enters in your mind, you can never live happily. I don't want to sleep. Why? Suppose I don't wake up. Everybody will be happy. Marrow. This is how our mind is playing tricks. Therefore, how we started? With the pujanam, learn the art of respecting. With japa, start working on the mind. From Vaikhari, come to the Madhyama, from Madhyama, come to the Pashyanti. Now our mind is trained for contemplation. We directly want to sit for meditation. अपनी औकात पहचानो. See, we can't stand on two legs and I want to walk on the waters. When mosquitoes can walk, why can't I? You have to be mosquito first. Unfortunately, you are a human being. Therefore, friends, spiritual practice is not a superficial matter. You have to start working on your mind. Therefore, what is Chintanam? Now start reflecting. What is the reflection? Kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvamasaram vishvam tyaktva sapna vicharam bhaja govindam bhaja govindam. Chintanam is, be attentive, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. Paramatma is that which cannot be caught in the words, nor can mind think of it. Is Paramatma. What we are told, Chintanam, think about Paramatma. Is it not a contradiction? Atma Chintan karo. But you only told you cannot think about Paramatma. What should we do? Complain and cry. What else? Work on it. You know, we are the children of this, like there was, what you call, the Stone Age, then Iron Age, then the Copper Age, then the Steel Age. We are in the Steel Age. No, we are in a Google Age. With a click of mouse we want the things. Work on it. What is Chintanam? So we have to differentiate between Chinta and Chintanam. That about which you can think is Chinta. That about which you cannot think is Chintanam. So what is the Atma Chintan? Atma Chintan will be stop thinking about Anatma. If you want to see your vision, eyes, what you have to do? Stop looking at the world. Then what will happen? Then you will come to know, yeah, eyes are not real. It is the mind behind the eyes that is real. Because when I close my eyes, still I am there. So, am I because of the eyes or eyes are because of me? Chintanam. And Chintanam is done or suggested in two ways. First, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya and Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. These are the two lines of contemplation. When we take this world as real, we will run after the world. But when we accept it through understanding and bhavana and practice, that this world is an appearance, it is not real. See, like the mirage waters. Now, work on this. We see the mirage waters. And we also know it is only appearance. Therefore, about appearance, what is our interaction? Number one, we don't desire. I wish I take a glass of mirage water, let me taste. No. Second thing, we don't want to improve that. Third thing, we don't want to destroy that because it's only appearance. When we will, and ultimately we will have no desire about that object which is recognized as a mirage or an appearance. Now, apply the same principle. If we accept this world as mirage or an appearance, not real, just start like a playing, world is unreal. Now start working, chintanam. Suppose the world is unreal, what will be the impact of this knowledge? Then we will come to know our burden of desire about the worldly objects will be reduced. Because about the mithya appearances we don't desire. Is it not true? When we are out of the dream, do we desire, I wish, that money should have come with me. I could be able to smuggle that money in the waking. You cannot. And you don't regret also. Because it was mithya. In the same manner, wise people, wise men, when they are awakened from this waking dream, they have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Chintanam. So when we are reflecting in this line of thinking, what happens is the burden of desires, the worry about doing something in this world, trying to improve somebody, trying to destroy somebody, everything will quieten. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was suggested by the social workers. That time it was a hot cake was the Quit India movement. So, sir, why if you tell your devotees they will be able to help us? He said, have you seen a movie? You can imagine, people have gone for liberation of India from the Britishers. And the answer was, have you seen a movie? Then he said, when you see on a screen, there is a house on fire and there are some ladies and children inside, will you go with a bucket of water and throw on the screen? Then you will think, alas, it is real. See, friends, don't take life too seriously. Spiritual life is not a serious punishment. Meditation karo. If I am a physical education teacher, this I learned in one military camp. I was there. And in that big parade ground, one of the Rangroot soldier, he was running and taking the round of that big ground. The rifle on his head, backpack, shoes and everything, he was running. I said, why is he running? No, he was given punishment. He has done something wrong. So, that will be the punishment. If it is the physical education teacher, what will be punishment? Get up, sit down, get up, sit down, get up, sit down. If it is a yoga teacher, what punishment? Pranayam karo. Basrika. How long till the tongue falls down? See? If it is a Sanskrit teacher, what will be punishment? Bhagavad Gita likh ke nikham. Write by hand. See? And if it is Bhagwan who has to punish us, what he will tell? Think properly. All problems are because of wrong thinking. And for that, Chintanam. See, friends, all great masters lived in the same world. See, on the same time scale, when Bhagwan Nareshwar Maharaj lived, do you think that was the time scale was different? Per day 40 hours, per week 15 days, per month 60 days, per year 700 days. Therefore he could do so much? No. Same time scale, same problems. No change. The reason is he worked on his mind. And see the beautiful part of it. He was following the path of yoga or Nath Sampradaya. But for the masses, he did not tell do meditation. Hari mukhe mana, punyachi ganana kona kari. See, friends, we belong to those masses. Therefore, unless we have pujanam, japa, chintanam, kramat, like physical body should be healthy and good, the mental body should be healthy and good, and we must know who we are. Now after this is said, now whose puja we have to do? Now the altar of worship is explained here. See? In the fifth mantra, Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Jagataha, this whole world, of this world, Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. This world is none other than Bhagavan. See? Deha, be attentive. Deha bhimane galite Vidnyate Paramatmani Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhayaha. Deha bhimane galite. When we are able to transcend our body identification, see, then jagataha ishadhi yukta sevanam. May sevaka sacharaachara rupa swami bhagavanta. Till such time we are living as body, the simplest spiritual practice in puja is Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. See, do the seva, be attentive. There are two things. One is compassion and second is service. In compassion, we devalue the other person. See, like we see a beggar, I feel so bad, poor fellow. Let me give him 8 आना. Beggar will, Babaji ruko. He will give you 10 rupees. Chai pee lena. So whenever we have compassion for somebody, we devalue that person. But when we serve, we see something higher in that. We serve our parents. We have seen something higher in them. See? We serve the nation. I am not talking about love. People love dog also. See? Therefore, Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. Whenever we do seva, this must be clear understanding in our mind that we are serving the Lord through this form. Therefore, you see many Mahatmas, particularly those who are in the Siddha Sampradaya, there they will be always talking in terms of feeding. Like Shirdi Sai Baba's, that big khichadi he used to prepare and give. There was one Mahatma in Konkan. I used to go to him. Now, when he is no more now. His birthday was 31st January. One birthday I went. Every time I could not go. So he took me around, and he had nothing like talking or any satsang, no nothing. Gali, maro, ye karo, that was the only thing. And he was very happy when he used to feed people. So on his birthday, there will be at least 60,000-70,000 people will come and eat. See? That seva is possible only if we have seen something higher in everybody. See, Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. Now, what is the world? The world is defined Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. The world is God, and he has got 8 forms, Ashtamurti Bhrut. Which are the 8 forms? The 5 elements: space, air, fire, water, earth. 3. 5. Then the sun and the moon. 7. And the jiva, every being. These are the Ashtamurti Bhrut. These are the 8 forms of God. Sevanam. Ashtamurti Bhrut Devas Pujanam. This is the puja of the God. So, the real puja is in the form of service. Serve everyone with whatever you are given by the Lord. See? Like one day a person asked me, Swamiji, you never sing bhajans or chant anything. I said, I don't want to torture the people. This I learned from Bhagwan Ram. Many years before. I know I cannot sing, although I like music extremely well, but I don't have the music in me that I can sing. So, I was so frustrated. Why can't I sing? Why can't I sing? As if the Lord told me, what kind of seva I want from you, I decide, not you. You must have seen in many places, they start singing. And you feel like running away. Yaar, Aurangzeb, hato. Therefore, whatever we are given the faculty, with that you serve. Not others are singing, you also start singing. If you want to disperse the people. Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Therefore, this taking care of the nature, all the 5 elements we must respect. And therefore, in our religion, everything, whether it is the stone, Prithvi Linga, waters, Gangaji, fire, air, Hanumanji, and space, Chidambaram. We have to serve, we have to respect. Now, we have done the karma, Jagataha Ishadi Yukta Sevanam. Then we have done the puja, Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Now remains the Chintanam, Japas Chintanam Kramat. Now about the Chintanam and the Japa, the teacher tells us in the 6th verse. This we will take in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.